Alright, let's look at the homework 3.4, problem number 9. Alright, so first we have to find the derivative. So let's do that. Alright, so as usual, we don't like square root, so I'm going to rewrite it as quantity 6 minus x squared raised to the 1/2 power. Right? So since you have it's a multiplication, we're going to use the product rule. So x is the first guy, so the rest of it is the second guy. Right? So f prime of x is equal to, right, derivative of the first is 1 times the second, so you have a 6 minus x squared raised to the 1/2 power, right, plus, right, first guy x times derivative of the second, which is going to be put 1/2 in front and keep the inside function as it is, and then subtract 1 from the power, so it's a negative 1/2. Then multiply by derivative of inside. Derivative of 6 is 0, and the derivative of negative x squared would be negative 2x. Right? So we have that. Let's clean it up. So you have a 2 on top and a 2 on the bottom, so you can scratch those out. And then we can probably go back to square root. So first 1 doesn't do anything, so this 1 doesn't do anything. So we can go back to, so this is just a square root of 6 minus x squared, right? And plus, right, so that would take care of the first term. Right, so we have x and another, oh actually there's a negative sign here, so negative x. So it's going to be a negative x squared on top. So I'm going to put the negative sign in front and negative sign in front, and then we're going to put the x squared on top. Alright, then we have, because of the negative power here, we're going to put the this guy on the bottom. Right, so you have a 6 minus x squared, and then we have we still have a 1/2 power, so that will be a square root. Right, so we have that. So we took care of everyone. Then we want to, I'm going to put these guys together, so by taking a common denominator. So to get the common denominator, I'm going to multiply the first guy by on top by square root of 6 minus x squared, and the bottom by square root of x squared. We need a little bit more room, so I'm going to just move this guy, and I just move it. Let's see, can I do that? Yeah. So move it here, and then I'm going to put so I'm going to put here square root of 6 minus x squared, and divide by multiply by 6 minus x squared. So this way. Alright, so if you multiply this out, you're going to have the same denominator, so I'm going to write it once. So square root of 6 minus x squared. Alright, then if you multiply square root of 6 minus x squared by itself, you're going to get the 6 minus x squared. Right, and so that will take care of this whole first term. Then you have a minus x squared. So we have minus x squared. Right, and we already took care of the denominator. Right, so we can just, so this is going to be what? So this is going to be just 6 minus 2x squared. So I'm going to pull out the 2 because it's both even numbers. So this is going to be a 2 times, right, 3 minus x squared over square root of 6 minus x squared. Right? So let's type it in. Alright, so what we found was 2 times 3 minus x squared, and then divided by square root of 6 minus x squared. Right? So we got that. Alright, let's check the answer. All right, it came back, and looks like we got the derivative correctly. All right, let's move on to part B. Check to see that your answer part is reasonable by comparing the graph of f and the graph of f prime. All right, so which one is correct? Let's see, if you look at this, and the denominator is because of the square root here, so this is going to be positive. 2 is positive. All right, and as long as x is small, like between negative square root of 3 and positive square root of 3, it's going to be positive. So derivative should be positive between negative square root of 3 and positive square root of 3. So this one looks reasonable. This one is actually the opposite. Looks like between here and there, it goes below the x-axis, so it's negative. So we can eliminate number 2. Alright, so this is reasonable, and for the same reason, we can eliminate the 4. So it's going to be between this guy and that guy. Alright, then here. Alright, so here derivative is positive, so the original function should be increasing, but here derivative is actually going down, decreasing, so this is not reasonable. And here, this is positive here, so the original function is increasing, so this is reasonable. We have that, right? It says explain the relationship between the two graphs. F prime equal to 0, then F has a horizontal tangent line, right? If F is negative, F prime is negative, F is going to be decreasing. F prime is positive, F is increasing, right? And we have that picture here. All right, let's check the answer. Alright, I came back, and it looks like we have the correct graph, and we got all these ones correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.